Good morning, folks. I hope that everybody's having a good day so far, and everybody's ready for it to be Friday and the weekend. And yeah, so anyway, continuing with Genesis, uh, today we'll read chapter 17 and go from there. I'm a little late this morning. I made some ground beef this morning for breakfast, and I think I nearly burned the house down from the amount of smoke that was there. So um, we'll probably just read one chapter. All right. When Abram was 99 years old, the Lord appeared to him and said, I am God Almighty. Walk before me faithfully, and be blameless. Then I will make my covenant between me and you, and I will greatly increase your numbers. Abram fell face down, and God said to him, As for me, this is my covenant with you. You will be the father of many nations. No longer will you be called Abram, for your name will be Abraham, for I have made you a father of many nations. I will make you very fruitful. I will make nations of you, and kings will come from you. I will establish my covenant as an everlasting covenant between me and you and your descendants after you and the generations to come, to be your God and the God of your descendants after you. The whole land of Canaan, where you now reside as a foreigner, I will give as an everlasting possession to you and your descendants after you, and I will be their God. Then God said to Abraham, As for you, you must keep my covenant, you and your descendants after you for the generations to come. This is my covenant with you and your descendants after you, the covenant you are to keep. Every male among you shall be circumcised. You are to undergo circumcision, and it will be the sign of the covenant between me and you. For the generations to come, every male among you who is 8 days old must be circumcised, including those born in your household or bought with money from a foreigner, those who are not your offspring, whether born in your household or bought with your money. They must be circumcised. My covenant in your flesh is to be an everlasting covenant. Any uncircumcised male who has not been circumcised in the flesh will be cut off from his people. He has broken my covenant. God also said to Abraham, As for Sarai, your wife, she is no longer to call. You are no longer to call her Sarai. Her name will be Sarah. I will bless her, and will surely give you a son by her. I will bless her so that she will be the mother of nations. Kings of people will come from her. Abraham fell face down. He laughed and said to himself, Will a son be born to a man 100 years old? Will Sarah bear a child at the age of 90? And Abraham said to God, If only Ishmael might live under your blessing. Then God said, Yes, but your wife Sarah will bear you a son, and you will call him Isaac. I will establish my covenant with him as an everlasting covenant for his descendants after him. And as for Ishmael, I have heard you. I will surely bless him. I will make him fruitful, and will greatly increase his numbers. He will be the father of 12 rulers, and I will make him into a great nation. But my covenant I will establish with Isaac, who Sarah will bear to you by this time next year. When he had finished speaking with Abraham, God went up from him. On that very day, Abraham took his son Ishmael, and all those born in his household, or bought with his money, every male in his household, and circumcised them, as God told him. Abraham was 99 years old when he was circumcised, and his son Ishmael was 13. Abraham and his son Ishmael were both circumcised on that very day, and every male in Abraham's household, including those born in his household or bought from a foreigner, was circumcised with him. So, God makes a covenant with Abraham here. Um, we saw in the previous chapter that God had given Abraham a vision, not in the previous chapter, I think the chapter before that, of this promise. And God had acted out a ritual on his side where he had kind of shown that he was making this covenant with Abraham, in this promise. where he had shown the fire pot, the smoking fire pot, and the blazing torch passed between the animals that Abraham had sacrificed. And now it's time for Abraham um, to go through a ritual of his own um, to cement this side of things, his side. Um, and why circumcision, right? Because this is kind of an interesting thing. I thought about this in the past and never really had anything come to mind, um, but some just quick passing thoughts. So, uh, why circumcision? Well, because it's there from which life comes, right? It's from our genitals that we reproduce. And there is this exposing of life. And this whole ritual is accompanied with a change in name. And so you see that Abram becomes Abraham, right? Sarai becomes Sarah after this, because this is also forecasting the need for a new birth, to be born again, and to take on a new identity. And that new identity is in life, in life that is visible, shines forth like a lamp. And so this is kind of the uncovering of that symbol of life accompanying a new identity. And so we can see that there's kind of this whole background of being born again in this ritual. And it's kind of tough, but imagine how you would communicate something like that to somebody who doesn't have any of the rest of this book. And I'm not sure that Abraham knew exactly what any of this meant. God just told him to do it, and he was obedient. But God knew how this would fit into the rest of the story. And so, it seems like an odd and arbitrary thing, but it's not. And there's also just some practical reasons in the day of Abraham. It's probably unlikely that hygiene was super, super great. And so this probably also helped guard against infection, things like that. And so there's also just some reasonable reasons why this might have been useful. Because we'll see that in the Old Testament, a great deal of what occurs up through Moses is teaching people how to live in a way that is less likely to kill them, and so that also might play a role. But I think the more important part is the symbolic uncovering of life, and that which gives life, right? So we've uncovered that place from which life springs forth from a man, and in the same way, with this covenant and this promise, we've also uncovered the line of descendants from which mankind's salvation is going to come, and life will come into the world, everlasting life through Jesus. And so I think that's really what this is about. But if anybody out there has a better idea, please let me know, because circumcision was one that, when I was younger and when I've thought about it in the past, I didn't really make any sense to me. But I think that's probably what I would settle with if you pressed me for an answer. So, okay, well, I hope that's useful and helpful to all of you. I love you. I hope God blesses you. I hope you have a wonderful day. And it's a pleasure to get to share waking up and reading with you, and trying to get up earlier. I've been definitely getting to this too late, and well, maybe we can read some more than just a chapter or two. So, all right, have a great Friday. I hope everybody has a wonderful, blessed day.